Hello there. On a very wintry, cold morning and a very warm cup of tea. It's been a while that I had the inner fire to come and share something in the channel. I haven't left the channel empty because I have so much content that I provided for you still, videos on a weekly basis, as is my commitment. And I thank you so much for being here, for coming back for more content. And I wanted to come today and share with you what happens to me when I go in. I have a type in human design called projector. And that type, if you know anything about human design, often requires of me that I go inside and find back my energy. In human design, there are 5 types that encompass all of humanity. They are projector, reflector, manifestor, generator, and manifesting generator. As it happens, all of the others, except for projectors and reflectors, that sum up about 80% of the population of the world, are people that have an energy inside at the level of the sacral that continuously generates life force. For us projectors and for reflectors, but that's a 1% of humanity, we build that as we connect with others, but then we need to go back to ourselves and our essence. And when that happens to me, I get a blank slate. I suddenly have nothing to share in that moment. And that makes it very difficult for me since I am a spiritual leader, a spiritual guide, a shamanic coach, whatever you want to call what I do. And it is my purpose to reach out to you and to let you know that I'm here to support you and to bring forth information that matters to you. So for this, I wanted to explain how that works for me. And I'm wondering if that happens for you too, if sometimes you realize that you are with your friends and your family and you're happy and you're connecting and communicating, and then suddenly you are done and you need time for yourself, for a warm cup of tea or coffee or whatever works for you. And today I do have a message, a very important message. I was in Mount Shasta, which is a sacred land on earth. It is known as the root chakra of the earth, so a place for grounding for all of humanity. It is a sacred mountain. Surrender. Did you like those images? And I have been guided to be in Mount Shasta for the portal of 1111 year upon year since 2020. Except last year that I was guided to take a group to Egypt, and we were in Egypt for the opening of the 111 portal. So I couldn't be in California. But what I want to share with you is that what came very clearly as information while we were there as a group in a retreat, and while I was there also individually and with my beautiful soulmate, my hubby, Stefano, is that more than ever, this 1111 portal, which is known as a gateway, and that's the 11th of November, a portal, a door, a gateway, an arc through which you pass into a new something. You leave behind something and you step into something new. And in particular, the 111 portal, which November 1st is because it's 11/1, like we say in the US, first the month, then the day, or 111 if you're in the rest of the world, as much as 1111, which reiterates the strength of the number 11 and of 4 number ones. One is a powerful number of initiation and new beginnings. Even the form, the shape of a one in Roman numbers or in Arabic numbers, it's like a pillar united heaven and earth. It's like this connection. And if you think of 2 ones, one pillar and another pillar, and you step through the middle, like literally like a doorway. And 11 also is a number of mastery. In numerology, 11 is a number in and of itself that doesn't have to be added up to 2. 2 ones add up to 2. This portal 1111 in this year, in the year 2024, was bringing forth a powerful reset. So if you have been feeling, even though it's been just a week, if you have been feeling this energy that something is changing, that you're being pulled into something different, new, that you don't know what's coming for you, that's part of this new wave that's coming forth that has been activated through this 1111 portal. Since the portal of 888 in Lionsgate of this year, we have moved into the frequency of the portal of 999, which is the portal that will be stepping through on the 9th of September of next year, 2025, which adds also up to 9. So it's a 999 portal. And it's a portal of conclusion of a cycle of 9 years that started in 2016. And the 1111 portal that we just stepped through anchored the frequency or the arc of these months, which is almost a year, coming up to the 999 portal next year. So you have the combination of this portal, which is an initiation, a new beginning, a reset. Literally, it's okay, now everything that was in the past stays in the past, and the future is completely different than what was. And it's time for you to actively acknowledge that and let go and let be in the past what was in the past, and to allow and welcome what is coming your way for the new future, for the new way, for your new life, for an upgrade, an up level, for something better to come your way, and to hold that vision that something better is out there for you. It truly is a possibility for you. And so many of us sometimes struggle with that part. We struggle with surrendering to an unknown future, but that is the most important piece. And let me tell you why. You with me? When you can, with your mind, have any idea of what is coming for you, when you can create it in your mind or make it up and you expect it, you are effectively doing two things that are not beneficial for you. You heard me right. You're doing two things that are not beneficial for you. Weird, right? Many people say that's what you have to do to visualize the new. And here I am telling you, no, that's not what works. That's not for your highest and best. Well, hear me out. So what happens is, number one, when you are visioning something that you know exactly how it is, then you are bringing forth something that is known for you. You are actually creating more of what existed in your past because you know it, you're familiar with it. You are creating it within your limited existence, within the confines of what you know that's possible for you or available for you, or that you believe that is available for you. And that's number one reason. You're limiting the potential of what may be happening for you to your own ability to imagine. So here's the thing, the universe has so many more possibilities for you that you cannot even fathom with your mind, because you don't know what they are, and you don't know the people that the universe knows, and you don't know the possible synchronicities and places and things and possibilities and jobs and opportunities that are there for you. So when you are able to call in what you desire in the ways of an emotion of how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel in this new future that you're calling in for you? Expanded, uplifted, joyful, loving, grateful. That's what you must anchor in, how to feel that. But the how, leave that to the universe. Let the universe surprise you with infinite possibilities that your mind can't even fathom. And that's why it's important to learn to be able to live in an uncertain future. Because only when you can stand in a space of uncertainty with trust, surrendering to what the universe brings your way, and believing with all of your being that what's coming your way is for your highest and best, even when it doesn't look like it. That's when you're allowing for a new future for you, when you're allowing for the universe to create something completely different than anything that you've experienced before, and that is much more expansive and much more for your highest and best and the ones you love than ever before. So you have to make room for the universe to do that. And how do you make room? Allowing yourself to feel comfortable in the uncertain future and in the uncertain present, where you don't know what the future will look like. Now, here's the other piece of why this may be so difficult for you. And that's because the strategy of control, these tendencies we have, I certainly had it for many years in my life, of trying to control what will happen, when I will meet everybody, what I will eat at every meal. And yeah, granted, some people can say those are wonderful organizational skills, and there's some of that. But when we extend that to every other aspect of our lives, we are not making room for Creator, Mother, Father, God, the universal force and source, to be the ones bringing forth so much more beauty for us to experience, because we're controlling. And look at this, controlling literally and naturally made me do this, right? Well, imagine yourself when you are receiving something. What do you do when you receive something? You do go like this, right? Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me the gift. Or when you want water to flow into your hands and then allow for the rest to go, what do? You do like this, and the water, comes, stays in your hand and flows. But when you do this, what happens? There's no water that can go there. You can't receive anything. You can only receive when you're like this. So when we're in control, we are closing the possibility for ourselves to receive. But to be like this is what looks like to be able to live in an uncertain present. I'm open to receive. What will come, I don't know. And I trust that what I will receive will keep coming. That's why I don't need to do this. Super important for you to understand if you are using control as a survival strategy. And if you have unresolved trauma from childhood, most likely this is one of the strategies you use to survive, because you have to be hyper alert to your environment, because your inner child believes that it is potentially threatened at all times. So your next higher and best step is to heal that trauma, to really have courage to step up and seek to heal that trauma that is at the foundational level of your life, and of why it is so difficult to live in a present where everything in the future is uncertain. But knowing that the biggest gifts, the biggest rewards, the biggest uplevelings, and the biggest abilities is to have joy, to overflow with love, with joy, with abundance, with health, with wealth, and all of the things that you desire in a fulfilling life, starts there. To give your inner child that is hidden in a corner and suffering the ability to heal. And if you have already done that, or if you're already doing that, well, even better, because that means that this ability to stand in the uncertain space is there for you. And it takes a little bit of training. So train yourself, catch yourself when you are going back into control, into the fear, and keep practicing and making that muscle of being able to be in an uncertain future an ability to live in the present moment, which is one of the most difficult things we have in humanity at this time, with so many overstimulations, so many things that take us away from the present moment, not to mention these little things that connect us to the world, but at the same time take us away from the present moment. So back to what I was saying at the beginning, the portal 1111, powerful reset. We were blessed to be in Mount Shasta and to be there as it was snowing and to be actually in meditation with a group as the snow was falling. The snow with its crystals, it's like a magnifier. So we were there anchoring gratitude, which is one of the highest frequencies in emotions, and that brings forth the highest frequencies for our life experience as the crystals were falling, expanding that even more in front of the mountain, which is such a beautiful and loving teacher that connects us to an inner wisdom. And then the snow was there like a blessing, clearing, cleaning, resetting. But don't worry, we weren't doing that just for ourselves. In my heart, every single day that I went to the mountain through this portal time, I held the highest frequency with a prayer for you, for me, for my loved ones, and for all of humanity, because we're in this together. I cannot be happy if you are not. What's the joy in that? I want to share in the happiness. I want to play in the field with you. So this reset was a blessing for all of us. This 1111 is a reset, an activation, an initiation of the new cycle, the cycle of 999. And as I was saying, 999 is the new arc, the arc taking us into completion for the cycle that started in 2016. So do some research inside your heart about what was happening in your life in 2016 and understanding that that is being brought to conclusion in that all of humanity is being taken next year as of 999 into a new arc, a new cycle. Things will be radically different. The way in which we experience life will be radically different. This is the message I wanted to ensure you had as soon as possible so you can start working with that. And if you need resources to live in the present moment, to be able to experience the uncertain present with joy and not fear, and surrender and trusting, there are many tools that are free on my website, theawakenpath.com. And I'll put the link in the description to this video. So you can download, for example, a handout to have success during your morning ritualistic practices. So you can really create a beautiful life day by day, day after day. You can download meditations. So I do invite you to go to my website and download those free tools to help you step up in your life and really create the life you desire. If you like what you heard, please share this video with your friends. Please subscribe to this channel so you get all the news whenever I put a new video. And yes, I do put a new video every Saturday. I thrive and I strive to do that. And once again, I'm very grateful for you to being here. Lots of love and lots of light.